Hey everyone, this is Pete, and welcome back to Short Play, a series of short playthroughs of games I like on a variety of platforms, new and old. Today's game is Cyber Protocol for Nintendo Switch. This was released in 2019 by a small independent developer called Red Deer Games. The concept behind the game is that it's an arcade puzzle game set in a cyberpunk style scenario with a kind of 80s neon vaporwave aesthetic, or whatever you call it, that sort of fashionable aesthetic that's around at the moment. Lots of purples and glows and sort of humming synthesizers in the background and that sort of thing. And the player protagonist of the game, that's you that is attempting to bring his android friend back to life by working his way through a series of sort of cyber environments. The game's essentially a dot-eating maze game, but it's got a few twists on the usual formula, so it's not a straight Pac-Man clone or anything like that. There's a lot more in the way of forward planning required in this game, for one thing, as you'll see, and there's a lot of sort of tricks and traps and things along the way. And the developer's stated intention for this game was that each time you go through one of the 100 stages in the game, you'll get as involved as the first time. So, I mean, I've enjoyed this. I haven't got super far in it because, to be frank, I'm not super good at it, but I do enjoy it and I do feel pretty involved in it and why I play it. So, let's go play Cyber Protocol.
Okay, here we are with Cyber Protocol by Red Deer Games. I've not played this game a ton, but I feel like I've played it enough to sort of give you a look of what it's all about. So like I say, in this game you play a character who is trying to rescue his android friend from whatever the problem is. It doesn't really matter all that much, to be honest, because this is an arcade puzzle game. So I'll show you how it works. You have all these sort of tabs across the top here that you can fiddle around with and sort of do different modes and listen to the music and change settings and stuff. A lot of the options you have to unlock. So for example, if you look at all these avatars up here, it says that you need to collect certain numbers of bonus items to be able to unlock those. And the various zones, you obviously have to progress that far in the game before you can actually access them. So I'll show you just a few separate levels in this, starting from the first mission, just to give you an idea of how this all works. So, yeah, here's a brief summary of what it's all about. We have different items that you can collect. The small coins and the big coins provide you with score. The bonus items we've just seen allow you to unlock new avatars. Time will affect your final score, and the sum of gathered collectibles is decreased by the time factor. This is how you can tell a pro from the newbie. And basically all you're trying to do is get from the start, which is where the red flashing character is at the minute, to the exit. And you do that by pushing in various directions. So we push right, we slide all the way over there. So once you start moving, you don't stop until you hit something. So this is why you have to plan your movements out really carefully in this game. Because otherwise you might not be able to do things like grab this bonus item here. And if you want the highest scores and all the bonus items and all that good stuff, then you need to plan things out as much as possible. And then make it to the exit. So that's pretty simple, isn't it? That's all you need to do. Now, from the second level onwards, we start getting hazards. So, the first two that you encounter here are the time kill, which is a trap that activates when you step on it, but you have a second or two to move off it before it kills you. And then the closed walls, which, as the name suggests, they close behind you as soon as you pass through them. So, in this case, if you want to look at the whole level, you can hold down the right trigger to sort of zoom out slightly and get a view of head, but mostly it's a case of learn through doing. So you'll see as you pass over those time kills there, they'll start flashing, and after a moment they will error, and if you're caught in them when they're erroring, then you will die, which will send you back to the start of the level, or a checkpoint if you reach one. But these first few levels don't have checkpoints, so in practice, yes, you will end up back at the start of the level. Right, that's a closed wall there. So you see, I've touched it once now, so that means I will now stop there instead of down at the bottom. Which can be quite useful, because it means I can then stop there, grab that bonus, and then exit smoothly. Onwards. So, new hazards in this one. We have the flipper. It bounces you off in a specified direction depending on your entry position. Just don't jump into it if you are out of plan. I don't think the people who made this had English as their first language, which is fine. Which is fine. It just means there's a couple of little strange bits of phrasing here. So, this time around, as you see, those flippers automatically send you around those few corners there. So they aren't always helpful. So you need to be very careful. And it's around this point that sort of forward planning starts to enter the picture, especially if you want to grab all the bonuses. So there's a checkpoint. You don't necessarily always want to grab those, because you get the biggest bonus if you do the whole level in a single run. So sometimes you don't want to hit a checkpoint if you think you might be at risk of dying. Now we don't want to hit the exit there because we haven't got all the possible points yet. Oh, but we did. So back to the start because I didn't hit the checkpoint. Let's try that again. Wait for that one. And up here. Wait for those all to go off. Back across there. Head up there, around there, and so on. You get the idea. This is a really simple game in terms of mechanics, but just the combination of the aesthetic and the way it's all executed and stuff, it's just a really nice, stylish game. It makes good use of its look and feel. It doesn't overdo the kind of 80s neon pop thing. It's just part of what this game looks like. Because there's a lot of games around at the moment that are really try hard with the whole 80s neon aesthetic, and it can get a bit obnoxious quite easily, but this game kind of resists that trap, I think. And as you progress through the game, you'll unlock various little tweaks and things you can do to the overall aesthetic as well. Right, on this level, the new hazards are error fields and error barriers. So they block your paths, you can't do anything about them, but they tell you where not to go. So you see in this one, if you look over on the right there, we've got those red walls. Those are errors that will kill you if you touch them. And they're over on the left as well. So you do not want to touch those. So for example, if you go up here and then left, you'll just die straight away. So you need to find a different way to reach that bonus. So let's try going this way. Sit there while it's safe. Can't go down because we'll hit the error. But we can go down and around to the right here. And then across here. And then up and around. Grab the bonus. Or die. I could die too. That works as well. Oh, no. Poor timing. So you see, a lot of this game is about sort of experimenting to see what routes around the level work, which ones are safe, which ones are a bit more reliant on timing, and which ones you can take your time over a bit more. And then once you've sort of mastered making your way around these levels, you can sort of make a bit more of an effort to try and complete them quickly. So it's nice that all the levels are kind of replayable in that way. Because not only do you want to try and complete them, you want to try and complete them well as well. Right, in this case we want to be really careful, because if we hit that flipper down on the lower left, it will send us sailing straight into those error blocks. So we don't want to do that. Maybe we want to go up here. And then across here, around here, down. Oh no! This is why you might want to hit the checkpoints while you're learning the levels. High scores be damned. If you keep seeing glitches, by the way, that is intentional. That is part of the game's look and feel. I believe you can turn them off if they do get annoying, but I kind of like them because it's part of the whole look of this game. It's got probably one of the most convincing CRT effects that I've seen. It's got that slightly rounded look to the screen. It's got scan lines that aren't overly obtrusive. It's got that slight fuzz to all the visuals as well. Yeah, they've done a really nice job on this in terms of how it looks. Right, so... Oh, we can stop in the bottom right corner. There we go. So if we wait for those traps to go off, and then over here, down here, up and around. Up, around here, down, quickly. There we go. There's a bit you need to be super fast for. Hit that one there, around there, down there. Up and across. Oh no! Death! Right, I think we got it this time. Over here, down here, around here, down there. Beautifully done, I think you'll agree. And down here, up there, down there. No, that's wrong. Up. Wait. And then down here, wait there. Sneak around over here. Go as fast as humanly possible through this section there so we don't die horribly. And then get a bit stuck in this bit. Which is right where the exit is. Right, so if we hit that, that will send us there, which is safe. If we go down there and over there, that's safe. Back across and get that, that's safe. Up there, grab that down there, over there. And then over here and up into the exit. There we go. Solved. Beautiful. Total deaths, 5. Perfect. I'm sure you'll agree. Perfect just means you got all the items. Right. This next level, we have bogies, which are enemies that follow their own specific paths. They can be blocked by closed walls and holograms. We haven't encountered holograms yet. They will come up in a few levels if we get that far. But as you see, these move on specific patterns, so you can predict how they're moving and deal with them accordingly. Or not. Now we wait for that one to move. Zip across. And now we've got all of the bits from that starting area. So now we can move on. So here we want to zip up here and then immediately back to get the bonus. Up and around here. Pause there. Just to take a quick breather. Up and around here and down there. And down there. Take a quick breather there and review what's happening. So we've got some errors up at the top of this section here, so we want to avoid those carefully. So we go down here and around. But we also want that bonus. So in order to get that... oh, can we even do that from here? Not sure we can, actually. No, I think we've messed it up. Let's try again. Right. So, carefully grab all this shit first. So, you notice that this game has a sort of really interesting feel in that there are parts where it feels quite fast action, but ultimately it's all about the strategy and the planning rather than quick response times. Right, we got it this time. This time we want to head over here. Then down here and over here. Up here. Carefully over there. Wait for him to move. Get the... No! Disaster! So yeah, it's a really sort of distinctive feel to the gameplay in this that I really like. Because yes, you do need a certain amount of arcadey reactions. But it's more about thinking than reacting. And timing. And observing. And lots of other things, I'm sure. Alright, grab that down here, round here. Down there. Over here. Whiz, 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 whiz. It might actually be safer to do that. There we go. And come down here. And... oh, God. Oh, wait, no, that's fine. Up there and across. And we're done. Lovely. Perfect. Only 4 deaths that time. Right, this time around we have burners, which are a huge gun that can burn you within a fraction of a second. Search for a safe place and take your chance to get there when the gun is loading. It can be blocked by closed walls and holograms. Right, so this one you can see the guns that are firing at fixed intervals, and they have little meters on them as well that give you an idea of when they're going to fire as well, so you can time your movements accordingly. So again, we're getting a little bit more in the way of sort of reactions being required here. But still mostly about planning. And looking ahead to see what's where. And understanding how to respond to all these situations. So if we nip over there to grab those. Down there to get those. Whiz around there with the flippers. Have I messed that up? Have I? No, I don't think I have. There we go. That's got all those. And then around there. Wait for that to go off. Wait for him to move. One of the things I do really like about this game is each level looks really daunting when you first see it, but as soon as you start sort of exploring it and figuring out things for yourself, then, yeah. Zip round here, quickly. Oh no! Oh, I gotta do that all again now. Right, down here. Zip over there. Wait for that to go off. Zip back here and around here. Wait for that one to go off again. Up and around here. Over here, boing, 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 boing. Over here, back here. There's a lot of thinking out loud in this game. Right. Through here. Careful with the timing. Pause there. How do we get to that? Just gonna have to be really careful and time it perfectly. Up and around. There we go. Right, again. Zip. Oh, I've done it again. Done the exact same I did the first time. Right. Part of the trouble with this game is after you've made a couple of attempts at a level, you start getting a bit gung-ho as well. And you start trying to make it through gaps that aren't really safe to get through. But man, it feels really good when you do successfully make it through a gap like that. Alright. Grab those up around here. Whiz through there. Time this carefully. Through there. Oh. This next bit is just horrible. Horrible is what it is. Right, around. Oh, we can pause there. That's good to know. So if we just wait for that one. Now, you see there's a bonus over there on the right, so we want to trap that enemy that's on the right, actually on the left of the block. So we're going to have to time this very carefully. So like that. Sit in the safe spot. Grab the bonus. Down here. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Oh, I remember this next bit being very awkward. But let's go for it. There we go. Nicely done. Alright, I think we'll call that a day for there, because that's hopefully giving you a good indication of what to expect from Cyber Protocol. And it continually adds new mechanics and enemies and traps and things as you progress through the game. So it's a really fun, interesting game with a beautiful, beautiful aesthetic to it. So yeah, I strongly recommend checking this out. As far as I'm aware, it's download only, and I think it's only on Switch as well. But yeah, if you do have a Switch, and who doesn't these days, then check it out. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please help out the channel by leaving a like or a comment and subscribing. Be sure to check out moegamer.net for new articles on Japanese and Japanese-inspired video games, new and old, every weekday. Every month, Moe Gamer features an in-depth exploration of an individual game or series as its cover game, so be sure to check the archives to see if your favourite has had a deep dive yet. If you'd like to support the site directly, please consider becoming a patron or buy me a coffee. You can find links to do both down in the video description. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.